the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteers offense is on the field for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Gonna run it. It's Bishop. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant, it's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's, it's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds a tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown ball! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that Yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off-play action on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Evans. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. With the catch, it's Evans. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Mississippi State going up tempo. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. With the catch, it's Evans. There he goes! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Evans. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Mississippi State right back to the line. To the air, it's Shapen. Caught close to the marker, it's Thompson. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Catch in the middle. It's Mosley. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Then he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They boot it away. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Shapen. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Back's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 11 over SMU.
Got a man. It's Matthews.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Caught behind the line. It's Staley. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
The Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds a man on the right. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught near the sideline, it's Evans. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Out of the gun to give to the back. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Mississippi State right back to the line. To the air, it's Shapen. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Amidst a den of deafening noise, he'll try to tie the game. Dead center perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown Bulldogs. They move on top here in the 4th.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here is the Tennessee offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now the play fake. And the third down pass is incomplete. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the 4th quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the first down.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line. They'll leave it with him. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Tempo and overdrive.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. 4th down, gotta have it here. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Shapen. They're working that left side. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football